Hi there, and thanks for tuning in. Today's notes are going to be focusing on lesson 2.3, subtracting fractions. We're just going to be looking at fractions today. This is from your Big Ideas textbook, chapter 2, lesson 3, with rational numbers. Today you're going to be writing down 7 things in your notes, so go ahead and get your notes titled, and let's get started. The first thing we want to write down is we want to make sure we understand that we use the same exact rules for subtracting fractions as we did for integers. So remember, with subtracting, you're going to do keep, change, change, or KCC. So remember, keep, change, change looks like this. If you have 3 minus negative 2, you'd keep 3, change subtraction to addition, and negative 2 to positive 2. Or here, keep, change, change, negative 3 minus 2 would be negative 3 plus negative 2. And then here, keep, change, change, 3 minus negative 2, negative 3 minus negative 2 would be negative 3 plus positive 2. Go ahead and take time now to pause the video, write the step down, and then click play when you're ready to go on. So this one you're just going to watch. Notice I see a subtraction sign, and anytime I see subtraction, I'm going to use KCC. So keep, change, change. I'm going to keep negative 1 and 1/2, change addition from that subtraction sign, and then change 1/2 to negative 1/2. Now I'm ready to decide what I should be doing here. Since I've changed it back into my original addition problem, I use the same rules as addition. Here I notice I have same sign, so I'm going to be doing same sign, add and keep. I'm going to add my fractions together first. 1/2 plus 1/2 is going to be 1 whole, and then I still have a whole number 1 as well, so adding those together is going to give me 2, and I'm going to keep it a negative since both were negative. This next one you're going to try on your own. So both 2 and 3, let's go ahead and pause the video and then click play when you're ready to check. Remember, since you see subtracting, you need to do KCC, then sing your song. Go ahead and try them. All right, here we go. So I'm going to KCC the first one. That's going to be 6/10 plus negative 1 3/10. I do have different signs subtract. I can't subtract 3/10 minus 6/10 though, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to change it to an improper fraction. 10 times 1 is 10 plus 3 is 13, so 6/10 plus negative 13/10. Okay, now I can subtract 13 minus 6, that's going to give me 7, keep my 10, and keep the sign of the larger value is going to be negative because 13/10 is larger than 16/10. Okay. Number 3, same type of deal. KCC and then sing my song. Negative 1 1/4 plus negative 1 3/4. I have same denominators, so I'm going to add my fractions first. 1/4 plus 3/4 is going to give me 4/4 or 1. And the whole number 1 plus another 1 will give me 2. 2 plus 1 will give me 3. Keep the negative. Answer for number 3 is negative 3. How did you do? This next one, again, I want you to try on your own. Let's go ahead and pause the video, try it, and then click play to check. Alright, so here we go. We do see subtraction, so let's keep, change, change. Negative 4 1/7. I'm going to keep, change subtraction to addition, and change negative 6/7 to positive 6/7. Add my fractions. Actually, no. I have different signs, so different signs subtract. Again, notice I can't do 1 minus 6, so I'm going to change this mixed number to an improper fraction. 7 times 4 is 28 plus 1 is 29, so negative 29/7 plus 6/7. Now I can subtract. 29 take away 6 is going to be 23, so negative 23/7, and then I'm going to change it back into a mixed number. That's going to give me negative 3 2/7. How did we do? The last little bit from our notes, you just need to make sure whenever you see fractions, they need to have common denominators if you plan on adding or subtracting. Okay, so you're about to see 2 or 3 questions based on different denominators, and you got to change them to common denominators. Since we've already learned about how to do these, what I'm going to do is just have you go ahead and try these now by yourself. So let's go ahead and pause the video, and you're going to try 5 and 6. Remember, change them to common denominators and KCC and sing your song. So this is a lot to remember. Once you're done, click play so you can check your work. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to go in KCC so I don't forget that. So negative 3 1/3 plus negative 5/6. The next thing I'm going to do is change my denominators. I want the 3 to be a 6, so I'm multiplying both of these by 2. So negative 3 and 1/3 will change to negative 3 and 2/6 plus negative 5/6. I'm going to add the fractions because same sign, add and keep. 2/6 plus 5/6 is going to give me 7/6. Oops. That's an improper fraction, and I need my answer to be a mixed number, so I'm going to go and change that to 1 and 1/6. And then I notice I have a 3 still, so I'm going to have to add a 3 to that, which will give me, scoot this down, 4 and 1/6, and I'm going to keep the negative because both of them are negative, so same sign, add and keep the negative. Number 6, I'm going to go ahead and keep change as well. 4 and 1/2 plus negative 5 and 1/4. I'm going to change everything to a fourth, so multiply these two by 2 to get 4 and 2/4 plus negative 5 and 1/4. I do need to subtract, and notice I can't subtract the larger fraction 5 and 1/4 minus 4 and 2/4. So I'm going to change both of these to improper fractions. 4 and 2/4. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2 is 18, so this will be 18/4. And over here I'll have 4 times 5 is 20 plus 1 is 21. So now I can really, that's a lot easier. 18/4 plus negative 21/4. I'm just going to subtract 21 and 18. That's going to give me 3. And then keep the sign of the larger value. My larger value was negative, so my answer will be negative. The last one, you'll see a little bit of this on your homework, but it's basically saying find the distance between two numbers on a number line. These two numbers, I have a positive 2 and 1/3 and a negative 2 and 2/3. This is basically saying how many steps does it take to get from one to the other? Well, I know that it's going to take 2 and 1/3 to get to 0, and it's going to take another 2 and 2/3 to get to the negative 2 and 2/3. So what I'm essentially going to do is just add those two together. 1/3 plus 2/3 is going to give me 3/3 or 1/2. And 2 plus 2 gives me 4. So when I put those both together, 4 and 1, I'm going to get 5. Okay? Here's a little hint for you. When you're trying to find the distance between two numbers on the number line, if they have different signs, you will add them. If you have same signs, you'll subtract them. So that might just be a good hint. It's basically like doing the opposite of our song too. So just make sure that you know what that means and how to answer those questions. That is going to conclude our notes, so thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.